everybody, and I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G, and this is episode 308. Build a powerful email list. Oh boy.
Okay, Rich, I'm not going to school you. You send out a phenomenal, great job with all your emails. I know you use ConvertKit, right?
Yep, I use ConvertKit.
Are you super happy with it?
Yeah, I am. And the one big thing that we want to talk about is it doesn't matter what system you use. It's your list, and your list doesn't have to be huge. I have 10,000 people on my list.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's so many services out there like ConvertKit and BJ.
Yeah.
I know you guys use Constant Contact.
Right. I have clients who use MailChimp. Squarespace has a solution. Get Response was one you had used way back. Campaign Monitor, if you're gigantic, if you have a larger list, it's necessary. But, when it comes right down to it, you just want, we felt it's important to do a deep dive into one of the small businesses' most powerful marketing tools.
Yeah.
Your email list. And, building a potential email list can sound like a real daunting task, but right strategies, you can have the most significant asset driving engagement, conversions, and growth. It's just so worth it.
Yeah. And we're not just talking about hundreds of emails, but thousands of potential customers interested in your products and services. But how can you build such a list? Today, we're going to share 4 tips that are going to guide you to build a powerful email list, quality over quantity, people that actually engage. Yeah. So BJ, take it away.
Okay, so tip number 1, collecting your contacts. I'm always surprised when people come to us and during intake, they mention that they don't have an email list. Folks, this is your gold. You need to start with like an Excel spreadsheet and start creating fields that will work with your email contact program and any other valuable information that you need on that person. When you're starting out, you may not use something like Salesforce or Copper CRM. They might be too big for you. But the biggest thing that you're going to want to focus on is your segments. You have potential clients, you have existing clients, you have friends and family, you've got people who are only interested in this component of your business. You need a really fantastic way to be able to fine-tune your messaging every time you send out an email. So segmenting is huge. And then keep in mind that you can't add people to your list if they haven't given you permission to send them anything. What do I mean by that? I don't mean they have to say, yes, you may send something to me. No, what I meant, and Rich, you remember this from everything you do, right? It's if they give you a business card, that's an intent to communicate. Yeah. If they are on an email, a group email, and you've had a communication with them, that's an intent to communicate. So don't get too weirded out when the email clients say, do you know these people? You do. Yeah. But the big thing you can't do is buy somebody's random list.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Oh my gosh, you don't want to do that because there's usually a seed contact in there that will trigger your expense, like having to pay for that list. So don't do it. I have warned you, and it is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, BJ, I agree 100%. Every prospect, I find every prospect that speaks with me that has reached out and said, I'm interested in your services, or every LinkedIn connection that I have that becomes a LinkedIn connection, or every business card I collect goes on my list because I've had an interaction with them. They've given me their email. So I put them on the list. And I've been doing this for 15 years and nobody complains. I was just telling BJ, I had a prospect that went out of her way after I put her on my list. She said, she sent me an email saying, please take me off your list. And I was like, wait a second. It says unsubscribe right at the bottom. You just
I
do
know.
it. It's one click and you're done. But she went out of her way to find my email, to send me an email. And BJ
Communicate
said
with
it.
you.
You said it. You said she's just, what was it? What's the word? She's angry. What was it?
Yes, she's bitter.
She's
She's
bitter.
bitter.
And it was, she was very bitter about things. And I go, all I said, I responded back, there's an unsubscribe at the bottom of my email. Just feel free to unsubscribe. And I
Yes.
don't care. I usually get 1 to 2 unsubscribe every newsletter I send out. So don't
Yeah.
kill yourself if you get one. They're just people that don't want to listen to your message. No big deal.
Exactly. No problem. Rich, give us our tip 2.
Tip 2 is offer value in exchange for emails. Don't just send stuff out. Offer some kind of value. It's not enough just to ask visitors for their emails. You need to provide a compelling reason for them to share. So this could be like a free ebook or a discount code, a valuable newsletter, or access to exclusive content. By providing value up front, you get their email and build a relationship based on trust and mutual benefit. It's all about understanding your customers' needs and wants. This is where market research comes in. What does your target audience find valuable? Once you've determined that, create a relevant offer. For example, a discount on the first purchase could be enticing if you run an online clothing store, or a free workout plan or nutrition guide might do the trick if you're a personal trainer. You could even conduct surveys or polls on your website or social media to get insights into what your visitors would appreciate the most. And finally, it doesn't end there. Once you have their email, ensure you continue to deliver value. Your email content should educate, entertain, or help solve problems. I do that all the time. Every newsletter I go out, I don't sell. I don't go free sale and stuff. I give them actionable information to help their business, their career, and their job search. This strategy will keep your subscribers engaged and making them more likely to become loyal customers.
You know what? It's the beginning of a great trust relationship, and everybody loves a bonus. It's something
Yeah.
they remember. Like,
Yeah.
I love your emails because they're packed with things of interest. Like, I'm always going to step away having learned something.
Yeah.
That is a successful, definitely a successful thing. So one of the things I wanted to bring up in tip number 3 was keeping your lists clean. You have to really set a plan each quarter to tidy up your unsubscribes. And just in general, looking at the list, seeing what's out there. There might be copy errors that caused it to unsubscribe. There might be just a little something you need to fix and it'll be fine. Or just got to get it deleted. You don't want to leave unsubscribes in there more than a quarter. There is also just a quick process. If you keep on schedule, you will be so glad that you got that done. And you'll also notice that your open rate will go up with a clean list. So that is good incentive for sure. Also, pay attention to the segments. I talked about that before, but they need to work for you. You know, you can attach tags to certain people that even describes them a little further. That helps a lot. There's a great way to, divide up a list and really make it work for you. You just have to remember, this is a list of people that you massage and change with time. It's also just a great, you need to create a schedule of how to add people. I keep a little running list on my computer. So during a week, I think of people who I want to add. And then on Friday, I go ahead and add them. This is just a great way for you to continually to add to your list. Some of those unsubscribes, you're just balancing out your list and growing it. So it's a great way to do it. Rich, I know you have an incredible list.
Yeah,
you have a great list.
Well, let me go back. I'll tell you, about 2 or 3 years ago, I started looking at my list. I had like 3,500 names on my list. And this is after 15 years. And I actually hired a service, you do it online to clean your list or to actually get a better
Ooh,
look at your list. And what
yep.
I found, you're going to laugh, is that over 1,500 names on my list were all based in Russia and China and surrounding
Oh, and you're
areas.
not doing work there.
I'm not doing work there. So these
Okay.
bots, these were all bots that just snuck in and were, probably selling my name or whatever somewhere else. So get a service to actually look at your list. And I got rid of those 1,500. Now I have 2,000 actual fans.
Yes.
I get now, and you'll see your open rates are going to explode. Now I'm at
Yeah.
35 to 45% open rate and lots of clicks on my links. I won't even talk about the clicks where people click on stuff and I'm like, they click on the same links every time. I don't know why,
I know. I
but
don't know why. We don't
but
know why.
it's a huge to get open rates like that. It makes me feel
Oh,
better that I'm actually talking to my audience rather than the thousands of people that really don't care about it. Our tip
exactly.
4, our final tip is be a keynote speaker, host webinars or online events. This is a great way. This is the way I did. I
I
built
say this
my
is
list.
Richard. Yes, this is Richard's secret
This is the
secret
secret.
sauce right here.
Hosting an event such as a webinar, workshop, or a live Q&A session can be a powerful way to grow your email list. It's about getting the email addresses and establishing yourself as an authority in your field. When people see you as a credible source of information, they're more likely to trust you with their email. I performed hundreds of in-person keynotes and workshops. I would place a small half sheet of paper for every event on the chair with a short evaluation in it.
Mhm.
And attendees would then fill out that evaluation made up of 3 to 4 graded statements, and then have the opportunity to check off, have a free coaching session with Rich, where they enter their name, their phone, and their email. And so everybody that went, like if there are 100 people in the audience, I'd get 100 email addresses. And I would then add them to my list. For instance, if you're a digital marketing consultant, you can host a free webinar on the basics of SEO. Those
Exactly.
interested in learning SEO would need to register using their email. During the webinar, provide insightful, actionable tips to your audience can implement. They'll see the value you're offering and potentially become long-term subscribers.
And you know what? Remember that the key to any successful webinar or online event is promoting it well in advance and developing really high quality content. Use all the channels at your disposal, your website, social media, partner sites, and even your existing email list to get the word out about your event. You are just going to continually grow your actual master list.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's
Awesome
it's
suggestion.
it's interesting because I'm doing a talk tomorrow for about 80 people that are unemployed. And at the end of my presentation, I go, if you want a copy of my presentation and more tips on how you can get a job, just email me or just send me a quick email with your email address and I'll send it to you. I'll get 80 to 100 emails that go right on my list.
I
And that's how it
know.
goes. So,
It's just it's such a powerful thing. We have a great book resource that we want you to take advantage of. It's called Email List Building, a beginner's guide to building an email list of dedicated and local fans without spending a lot of money. Adam Torbert hit it out of the park creating this book. You know, if you're looking for one of the most efficient ways to increase profits in your online business, then email marketing is something that you want to know how to do well. Showing you how to build a list of dedicated fans is what this book is all about.
yeah, the simple truth is that every email on your list represents a person who has already demonstrated interest in what you're offering due to the fact that they have giving you their email address, which is a sign of trust and no small thing. Knowing how to convert that interest into paying customers is how you make the big bucks with an online business.
And you know what? I really feel that some people do need that help with the essential tools to building the email list and how to get people to sign up for your list. It's all great things. It's a great book. You should really consider reaching out and getting it.
And that's it for this week. You can reach out to me at richg.com, and you can find BJ at newrenew.com.
And thanks to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, who makes us look good.
Have an unbelievable week, and catch you later.